I've lived 100 lives on screen, but this is my last. Patrick Swayze breathed, his voice hushed yet steady, as golden sunlight filtered through the window of his New Mexico ranch. In that moment, the world paused with him, captivated by the simple power of words. I love you. Those final utterances, spoken not for an audience or the cameras he'd known all his life, but for the woman who stood by his side, resonate like the final notes of a timeless dance. They remind us that behind the heartthrob and the Hollywood legend was a man whose greatest performance was love itself. Long before his name lit up marquees, Patrick was a barefoot boy in Houston's Oak Forest neighborhood, pirouetting on sidewalks and leaping through makeshift ballet bars. His mother, Patty, a choreographer and dance teacher, nurtured his boundless energy, while his father sketched chemical plant blueprints by day. Patrick's childhood melded artistry and athleticism, ballet lessons in their living room, gymnastics flips across the yard, and football scrimmages with friends. A knee injury would eventually sideline his gridiron dreams, but it propelled him toward the art form that would shape his destiny. At 20, buoyed by talent and determination, Patrick headed to New York City, enrolling in the hallowed studios of Harkness Ballet and Joffrey Ballet. He danced through long rehearsals, sweat glistening on his brow, until a surprising offer whisked him from ballet flats to Broadway boots. Cast as Danny Zuko's replacement in Grease, he traded Disney on-parade routines for teenage rebellion under the stage lights. That first taste of acting would prove irresistible, steering him toward a new path that combined movement with emotion. Small television parts and bit roles in films like Skate Town USA and Return of the Rebels marked Patrick's gradual ascent in Hollywood. But everything changed in 1987 when he stepped onto the shores of Kellerman's resort as Johnny Castle in Dirty Dancing. His real-life dance training, ballet, jazz, martial arts, brought an authenticity to every lift and sway. Audiences swooned at the iconic lift in the final scene, and critics nodded in approval, awarding him a Golden Globe nomination. He even co-wrote and recorded She's Like the Wind, a top 10 hit inspired by his wife Lisa, further cementing his status as a triple-threat performer. The following year, Patrick transformed heartbreak into artistry in Ghost, starring opposite Demi Moore and Whoopi Goldberg. In Camelot pottery classes and moonlit phone calls, he became Sam Wheat, a betrayed lover turned benevolent spirit. Ghost shattered box office records, grossing hundreds of millions of dollars and earning him another Golden Globe nod and an Oscar nomination. For a moment, the world could no longer distinguish between the actor on screen and the man living his passion off-screen. Yet fame did not shield Patrick from life's harsher choreography. In the early 1980s, the loss of his father left him adrift, and he turned to alcohol in his grief. In 1994, his sister Vicky's tragic suicide reopened old wounds of helplessness. Each time, Patrick stumbled, but he refused to stay down. He entered rehab in the mid-1990s, found sobriety, and retreated to his ranches in California and New Mexico, where he bred Arabian horses and found peace in the rhythmic routines of farm life. The quiet restored his strength, readying him for a triumphant return. In 2000, another brush with mortality arrived at 40,000 feet. While piloting his twin-engine Cessna, his beloved dogs at his side, Patrick experienced hypoxia from a cabin pressurization failure. He crash-landed on a dirt road in Prescott Valley, Arizona, the plane's wing clipping a lamppost. Though unhurt, he emerged coughing and disoriented, cracking jokes even as emergency crews swarmed the scene. The incident made headlines, but true to form, Patrick laughed it off, another testament to his resilience in the face of danger. March 2008 brought his greatest foe, yet, a diagnosis of advanced pancreatic cancer. He noticed a yellow tinge in his eyes and urged Lisa to see a doctor immediately. Tests at Stanford revealed the unthinkable. In a hushed consultation room, he looked at the physician and said softly, "I'm a dead man." Yet even then, he chose hope. He and Lisa embraced the mantle of realistic optimists, vowing to battle on for as long as his body would endure. He filmed a television series on weekends, enduring grueling chemotherapy sessions without complaint. That September, Patrick stood before the cameras of Stand Up to Cancer, not as an actor, but as an advocate. His voice, steady, earnest, rippled through living rooms around the globe. I dream of the day when cure isn't followed by it's impossible. His plea galvanized donations, raised awareness for a disease that often arrives in stealth, and offered solace to countless families grappling with the same cruel diagnosis. He had become more than a star. He was a champion for those who could not fight alone. By mid-September 2009, Patrick's strength waned. He retreated to his New Mexico ranch, accompanied by Lisa and their close kin. Amid the vast plains and whispering grasses, he took one last walk with the people he loved most. His breathing was labored, each step a testament to willpower. He paused, gazing at the horizon, an expanse as limitless as the roles he had inhabited. With a soft sigh, he confessed in a voice both hopeful and sorrowful, "I want to live." That evening, back in the ranch house, Lisa cradled his hand, cherishing each breath. As the room fell into hushed reverence, Patrick summoned the shared strength of their 34-year marriage and whispered his final words, "I love you." There were no cameras, no audience, just the enduring warmth that had carried them through dance recitals, movie premieres, and personal tragedies alike. His gentle exhale echoed the closing of a chapter written in courage. 3 days later, on a quiet Monday morning in mid-September 2009, Patrick slipped into a coma and passed away at the age of 57. His body was cremated, and his ashes scattered across the plains where he had sought solace. The man who lived countless lives on screen, whose body moved with the grace of a dancer and the conviction of an actor, left this world not with a flourish, but with 2 words that spoke volumes: "I love you." In the years since his passing, Patrick Swayze's legacy endures like a timeless melody. Dirty Dancing remains a cultural touchstone, its lifts and turns still taught in dance studios around the world. Ghost's pottery scene is replayed as fervently now as it was in 1990. His advocacy for pancreatic cancer research ushered in increased funding and awareness, saving lives he never met. And every time that simple phrase, "I love you," is spoken at life's end, Patrick's voice seems to linger, reminding us that the greatest performance is the one shared from the heart.